Hey guys, welcome back into the Record Room. I am, of course, your host, Tony Giles TG. And on this episode, I want to talk about one of my current favorite artists. I have been listening to this man's music on an almost daily basis for quite a while now. And I just thought, you know, it's about time that I spoke about him because I love him. Maybe some of you guys will dig it as well. And I'm talking about Cavewalker. I'm wearing the shirt right here. I have a complete collection of all things Cavewalker. At least I think I do. So I'm fully invested in this artist. I cannot wait to hear what he does next. But his music, to boil it down in the simplest way possible, is dungeon synth from the Outer Banks. I believe that's how he classifies it. It's dark, ambient, atmospheric, electronic. At times sounds like field recordings. It is peaceful, calming, scary, hypnotic, inviting. There are so many words, so many descriptives I could add for this man's music. It's not just a simple thing. It really isn't. So I would suggest the easiest thing to do is to hop online and take a listen to some of his material, which you can do on Bandcamp. I will leave a description down below. But as I am a fan, and as I do have what I believe is a full collection, I thought I would just share it with you guys. So for those of you that do enjoy it, it gives you something to look for when you're out there and about on your trips, because you never know what you're going to find in the wild. I have found some really wild stuff over the years at like record fairs and flea markets and jug shops, all that kind of thing. So there's not a massive catalogue of Cavewalker material yet. There is more to come, of which I am very excited, but I'm going to go through everything that is available. And starting off with The Mouth of the Mountain, this is one of 3 Fogged Entity tapes. Well, there are 4, but there were 3 standalone releases. This was Fogged Entity number 3, and this was my first introduction to the music of Cavewalker. And as soon as I heard this, I was just absolutely like blown away. Absolutely blown away. Killer artwork on this one as well. It folds out. You got a dragon on the inside there. And what does this say? Recorded over 2 nights, all improvised and recorded live with feeling, inspired by mystery, magic, and unopened doors. But how cool is that? How cool is that? And that's exactly what you get from this. There is this sense of mystery, this real sense of wonder. When you listen to this music, it's like, what I did, this is genuinely the truth. What I do is I sometimes switch all the lights off, just sit in the dark, and I'll listen to this music and tell myself like a fantasy story in my head with this as a soundtrack. I don't know if this is being TMI, but this is the kind of music that if I were a musician of any kind of sort, I'm not, I cannot play anything, this is the music I would aspire to make. Genuinely, honestly, if I could make anything, it would be Cavewalker. That was the first release. Second release, The Skull of the Tundra. Each of these look like they tell a story. They should be a companion to a fantasy, an action book, something like that. And you know, I've spoken about Fogged Entity on this channel so many times now. I feel like I'm a sponsor for them, but I'm not. I really am not. I genuinely am not. I just love it, man. I just absolutely love it. Issued by Fogged Entity in April 2024, comes in an edition of 50 copies. The Tundra belongs to the Indigo Sky, recorded and improvised live using old things. What's not to love about this? The entire side B of this, The Arctic Spine, is one track. It's just one long epic piece. So cool. So unbelievably cool. And as I said, I will leave a link down below so you can check out some Cavewalker for yourself. This is the latest, or last release, I should say, Mercbound. And a little story about this. I was planning to do this video last week, and I knew I had all of the Cavewalker material from Fogged Entity, and I couldn't find this tape. I was hunting high and low in the record room because I knew I had it. I knew I had it. And I was hunting high and low, and I reached out to Fogged Entity and I was like, dude, did I buy this? And he couldn't remember. And I actually reached out to the man himself, and I even put it up on Instagram. If anyone has a copy, please let me know. And then days later, I was moving some bits around, completely just I wasn't looking and there it was. So it's a magical thing that I found my copy of Merkbound, and this one is on kind of this one is almost, I did a cassette similar to this, different colours, but it's like a recycled shell where they've melted down a plastic shell of different colours and they've put them together, and it looks so badass. It looks really, really cool. And I love this. The inside cover of this is actually it's like a textured print, textured paper. It's so cool. It's the front cover is in color, and then the inside has this kind of pinkish hue, which I really, really enjoy. And I love the feel of this. I love the feel of this. All songs written by Cave Walker, recorded in May 2024, mixed, mastered. There was a Misha Herring at Hollow Earth, but I don't know, this probably won't come across because it's so but maybe if I give you a little bit of sound there. But the print, everything on this, pops, as you know, Fog Density, they don't mess around. They know what they're doing. The absolute best there are for this kind of material. Now there's that, and then that is the Cave Walker discography from Fog Density. Now at the Albion Dungeon Fest, Fog Density did release 3 cassettes. There were 2 compilations of artists, Atlantean Sword and Cave Walker, as well as a compilation that was an introduction to the label. So alongside those 3, there is also this one, which I believe I have shown before, maybe I haven't, but this is the Albion Fest London of Cave Walker. These were all home dubbed, and I am so stoked on this. In fact, I'll let you into a little bit of a secret here, but I got mine so early, mine doesn't even have a label on it. How's that? It's like a pre-production copy. But again, this has a printed inner, possibly, is that Wendigo? Something on the inside. It looks cool. I love that. I love that. And then with this, I thought, well, Cave Walker, I'm done. I'm done. But then, just when you think you're done, there's always something else. And speaking of the Albion Dungeon Fest, there is, of course, the official compilation tape from the event, which featured some of the artists that performed over that weekend: Putrid Marsh, Questmaster, Atlantean Sword, etc., etc. But of course, my man Cave Walker is on here, so I had to get this. I would have got it anyway, in fact I did, but the fact that Cave Walker is on here, this now goes in the Cave Walker collection to add to the others. And with that, I thought I was done. I thought, well, there you go, I'm done. But then I came across something else. This is the maddening thing about it. You think you're done, and then, oh no, there's always another tape. There's always something else. And then I came across At the Well of Winter, which is a 4-way split between Cave Walker, Altar of Moss, Lord Legend, and Wolf Siege or Wolf Sig. This was released on, how do you say, is it Personal Ushi? Personal Ushi Records and Tapes? I literally found out about this a couple of days ago and scrambled, and seriously scrambled to get a copy of this. And as you can see, because I'm holding it, I did manage to get one. And this does signify all of the recorded output of Cave Walker. So I'm told, by Cave Walker. So if I am missing anything, then I need to have a word with Mr. Walker. But this is a 4-way split. It's actually brilliant as well. The other artists on here I wasn't super familiar with. I'd heard of Altar of Moss before. This is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Cave Walker does some really spooky, scary stuff on here. Not scary in the kind of like horror music, but more in the kind of music of, more in the sounds of hauntology. I really like that. And the man himself was kind enough to send me these cool Cave Walker stickers. They're like, I don't know if you can tell this, but they're foil mirrored stickers. They are so badass. And there was also a Cave Walker patch. I believe this is now a complete collection of Cave Walker material. The fact that I'm talking about Cave Walker, the fact that I'm showing you everything there is, should give you an idea of how much I like this music. and I really like supporting this musician. So as I said before, I will leave a link in the description. Go and check him out online. You know, make sure you are following Fogged Entity and Cavewalker for when that new material drops, because it does not hang around long. It sells out very, very quickly. Ambient, dark ambient, dungeon synth, electronic, I'm into it. I love it. If you have any requests, if you are a fan of Cavewalker and there's another person you're like, oh, if you like him, you'll like this, please let me know in the comments down below. But that's it for this episode. So thank you, as always. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. I would really, really appreciate it. But until next time, stay gold and spin those blackest circles.